My name is Alan.
My name is Evan. And
welcome to all my friends.
Dude, that was so legit. Is it on?
Yes.
It is on, and that means that we are back for another episode of All My Friends. And if we're recording this properly this time, Alan,
Maybe.
and if our projections are correct, then this is a double dose, folks. This is episode numero dos of the week. Correct, Alan?
Number 2.
Yes, because
Mostly because we probably missed a week.
Yep, we missed last week. So we dropped the accidentals this past Monday. Fantastic episode. If you didn't check that one out, get on it. And that brings us to episode 15.
15.
What do you have to say, Al?
I feel like we're really hitting our stride here.
We've got a lot of friends.
Lots of friends.
15 at the very minimum. More than that.
15 best friends?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
BFFs.
Yeah.
Silent S. No. I forgot whatever joke
again.
I made a long time ago. Anyways, welcome to episode 15 of All My Friends. Going to be a fantastic one here. Our interview was with a Seattle rapper. Some people might coin him as a SoundCloud rapper. I think we even discussed that.
We did discuss it with him.
The connotation with that term, but we talked with the very, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Special.
Unique. Space Dolphin.
Space Dolphin.
Some would say a creature from a different planet. And he actually describes how he was born.
Yes.
And
from a different planet.
Forewarning, if you don't like to laugh, then don't watch this. And
You
then
can
don't listen.
listen to
Then
it.
don't listen. And don't listen to it.
You don't have to watch it, but you can listen.
He gets graphic. He gets visual with it.
Yeah.
Also, if you have children around, you should probably cover their ears because just say, put that explicit mark on the side.
We'll throw it on this one.
Yeah, we'll throw it on. Do you have the power for that?
Yeah.
And you haven't been doing it for all of ours. We swear in all of our interviews.
I may or may not forget to do
Drop
this.
an F-bomb just for me, Al.
Fuck.
Gosh, Alan, come on. Keep it together. Well, now we definitely have to have it. Before we get into the interview with Space Dolphin, though, we do have, of course, the recap of This Week in Music. Apparently, it's been a slow week. We had a tough time digging some stuff up that wasn't, like, shitty news.
There's a lot of headlines, a lot of what would have been good, like, that's cool.
Yeah. Is it fair to say maybe the music industry's dead?
I think it's just... It's going through
Low
a
point.
little bit of a rough patch.
Okay, I like that.
You know?
I like that. Maybe it's a little more focused on the outdoors because it's summertime. It's
True.
becoming summertime. You know, that's not focused on itself.
It's that time right before festival season starts where tours kind of slow down, album releases slow down.
This is
everyone's getting ready.
Analysis of why it's been slow this past week. But
And also probably because we've just been in the sun and we're like tired probably from the nice weather.
Yeah.
Shout out Seattle and it's nice weather.
Yeah, shout out to nice weather in general. But yeah, we do have a little recap of This Week in Music. Feels like a weird one to start off with, but we did get blessed with 2 pretty large co-headline tour announcements.
Yeah.
So touring with your buddies, a super tour, you could say, is back.
You could say touring with your amigos.
Amigos. Speaking of amigos, Drake and Migos announced their co-headline tour for the fall. It is titled Aubrey and the Three Amigos.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a 90s sitcom.
Like a Canadian 90s sitcom.
90s sitcom. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Very excited for that one.
That one's pretty dope.
Obviously.
Yeah. And another special one, Wiz and Ray Shremmerd.
Wiz Khalifa and Ray Shremmerd hitting the road together. I'll tell
That
you
was
one
Dazed
thing.
and Blazed.
What's it called?
Dazed and Blazed. Don't know what the reference is for. Maybe you can explain for me, Evan.
Okay. I imagine that they like blazing hot wings from B-dubs. That's what the Blaze is for.
And
Dazed is Dazed and Confused. Favorite
movie.
So
Big fans.
Yeah,
I
they're
get it.
covering songs from Dazed and Confused.
Thanks.
That's got to be what it is. God, the marijuana economy in the States is just going to skyrocket. Is weed legal everywhere? I should know that.
No.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
when you come to Washington, maybe
Yeah.
we should get in the weed business. Music industry's dead.
we'll drop this podcast. That'll be the last one.
This will be the last
started
one.
Weed business.
This will be the last one.
What if we did a weed podcast?
Nothing would get done.
Yeah,
You would just,
true.
stoner life, right? I don't know what we're talking about. Next up, Mr. Childish Gambino. We talked about the video for "This Is America" last week, at least on the last episode.
Yeah.
The song itself has debuted number 1 on Billboard 100, which is pretty amazing.
And his overall record sales went up 419%. So good week.
I'm not a mathematician, but that feels like a good number.
Yeah. Sounds like a
400%.
positive.
It's pretty good. Sounds like he's on the rise.
Yeah.
I actually am a little surprised that it debuted at number 1, because I thought it would just be known for the video. Like, it doesn't count YouTube streams. I don't.
Yeah, I think,
actually, it might.
No, I think
yeah,
they count them now.
It's a stream.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. That makes sense. Then. Never mind. See, worked through that on my own.
There you go.
But yeah,
Walked us
congrats to
through
him,
it.
Mr. Gambino, doing it big.
Yeah.
That's good.
In pretty big news, actually, for streaming services, Tidal was accused earlier of faking hundreds of millions of plays for the Kanye and Beyonce albums from a couple years ago, which is, if true, kind of mind-blowing and really messed up.
Okay, a couple things. First off, I have no way of knowing if this is true or not, or being like, oh, that seems like a high number because I don't use Tidal and I don't know anyone who uses Tidal.
No, but
So,
that's the fact.
I can't
How
question
do they have hundreds of millions if no one uses it?
That's true. Well, people must use it.
Maybe.
Who,
The one article I read said they went through some bunch of metadata or whatever. But anyhow, they found like a few examples of accounts where a certain person would have an account and he would have listened to whatever random Kanye song like 60 times in a day.
Well,
And they
big
went
Kanye
and found
fans.
that person and he was like, yeah, no, I didn't listen.
What? Really?
Yeah. So they found a few
Fake news.
examples, but I don't know,
Maybe. No, it sounds like they're screwed.
I mean,
I wonder if that matters like on record sales stuff though. Yeah,
have
it
no
all
idea.
probably. Who knows? Who uses Tidal still? Remember when that was gonna be the biggest thing?
no.
Because like
Never
high,
was.
wasn't there shtick high quality sound recordings that like no normal listener to
Yeah.
music listener would be able to tell. The
Everyone
difference.
puts on their, I'm not going to say the brand, headphones or earphones that come with your phone.
Yeah, we'll bleep that out.
And, it's decent quality, but it's not going
Yeah.
to tell the difference between super high quality or not.
Speaking of a brand you don't want to mention, Apple has hit 50 million subscribers for Apple Music.
Shout out to Apple. Better listening format.
It's funny because Spotify is not even concerned hitting 50 million because we far surpassed that.
Yeah.
We're not
You
worried
see
about
us
the-
catching up from
we're not
behind,
worried about
quickly
milestones.
Coming around.
We're not worried about milestones.
You
We're
keep
worried
looking
about,
back, and there we are, closer and closer every
We're
time.
worried about the user experience. I love how we talk as if we both work for these companies. But
Can we get paid
far
by
from
these?
the truth. Yeah, I still pay for my Spotify just like everyone else.
Sim.
We're just normal people. Next up, segment-wise, we are bringing back the fan favorite segment. We have sponsors, which is where Alan and I write out some different potential sponsors for artists that we like. As an aspiring podcast that is making currently $0, actually negative dollars, we, not saying we do it for the money,
But we definitely don't do it for the money.
we definitely don't do it for the money, and we would love some money. I mean, who doesn't love money? So as we want sponsors, we're trying to help our musician friends out and write some potential sponsors for them. So Al, why don't you start us off?
Perfect. Well, just keeping it with the topic du jour.
Don't you speak French to me, Alan. This is America.
Childish
Don't
Gambino.
you know the Childish Gambino song? This is America.
Yep. Toys R Us, which actually I think closed.
It's
but
closed.
I just wish a toy company would
Because
work with
it's childish?
Gambino. Yeah.
That's it?
Yes.
Alan, that's genius.
It is. You bring your kid to the show, and he gets a toy.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Wow.
maybe that could have saved Childish Gambino. Maybe that could have saved Toys R Us because they're closed.
Yeah. Well,
So that sucks.
if you know any other toy company,
Ready? Here's
let
a good
'em know.
one. Post Malone should be sponsored by fire extinguishers because that boy is on fire. Out of 8, he has 8
that
out of.
might have been the worst
No,
one yet.
that's because you stopped me. 8 out of the top 15 Spotify songs being played right now are Post Malone's. Damn.
But question, is that something we should be proud of
Yeah.
as listeners?
Well, as listeners, that Spotify charts list, the top 50, it was all hip hop.
It's interesting
All
how
but
Spotify
one.
has like a worse, service and top charts. Maybe the listeners at
Better.
Spotify are,
Smarter.
not as sophisticated.
Post Malone, sponsored by fire extinguishers. Keep them cool, Pretty good one.
It's all right. Here you go. Dua Lipa, our girl.
Are we sure that's how you say it?
Yep.
It's not Lipa?
Lipa, whatever. Dua Lipa.
Not a real fan.
Should be sponsored by any lipstick line. How is she not
Lips?
sponsored?
Oh.
That's it, her name. I'm
I bet
pretty sure
she
it just
is.
means two,
If she's
two
not,
lips. She has to be sponsored by a lipstick line.
we've interviewed enough small, quote unquote, small but successful artists that have some type of sponsorship. Anyways, if Dua Lipa's not sponsored by a lipstick thing, then fire the management, fire everyone.
Yeah, we will.
We'll do it.
We'll
hook it up. Well, we'll
5%.
15. My next one, Marshmallow, the DJ, should be sponsored by Kraft Jet Puffed Marshmallows. like the actual marshmallows.
That's a brand.
Isn't that what's crazy? As I was looking up marshmallow brands, and I was like, "What's the popular one that everyone sees?" It's Kraft, like Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah.
It feels a little weird that a mac and cheese company also makes the most popular brand of marshmallows. There's something there. I don't know what it is, but there's something there that we should dive into. Like maybe mac and cheese has the same ingredients as marshmallows, and that's why they're so good.
Ooh, maybe marshmallows are actually mac and cheese.
Marshmallow the DJ should have a side project, mac and cheese.
That's when he does it with like
his dubstep
with someone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Him and someone, mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There you go.
See, we worked through that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Lil Dicky should be sponsored by Rubber Ducks. It just seems very on brand for him to have a music video of him in a tub with little rubber ducks. And so every time you go to a show, you get a little rubber ducky.
Who's buying rubber ducks these days?
No one, exactly. Bring back a business, trying to help small business.
Small, yeah. I'm sure whoever started rubber ducks is small. My next one, 5 Seconds of Summer, that one band. Anybody know them? I don't really know them.
Nope.
They should be sponsored by Royal Caribbean Cruise, because if they really are only enjoying 5 seconds of summer, then they need a vacation. Am I right?
Wow, yours have gotten worse and worse as we go.
That was probably my most proud one. Pretty good, right?
No, I feel like I'm coming up with genuine ideas, and you're just
really rubber duckies. Come on, Alan. Let's keep moving here.
Last one I have.
Okay.
Kelsey Ballerini. This is less of a sponsorship, more of like a touring idea. She should tour with like a ballet. She performs, and part of her backup dancers are ballet dancers.
You could sell me on that. I can see it for some of her slower songs. I have two more. I'll go quick. The popular internet rapper named Juice WRLD. World being spelled
did you say popular?
WRLD. Yep.
Yep.
Do you know him?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think so.
Yep.
Obviously, he should be sponsored by Capri Sun because summertime juice pouches.
What about Kool-Aid?
Juice pouch? No, Capri Sun. And then Mason Ramsey, also known as the Yodeling Boy, a fan favorite of this podcast.
Nope.
He should be sponsored by that movie Stuart Little because he kind of looks like the mouse Stuart Little. Honestly, at first when I wrote that one out, I looked up the picture of the kid. I'm pretty sure forget what it is. The little kid, the human boy who plays like Stuart Little's friend in the movie. And I was like, oh, I think they look alike. And then I didn't even find that kid. I just found the picture of Stuart Little, the mouse.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, they look alike. Mason the Yodeling Boy. We'll post a photo of them side by side because it's really
we're going to post that one
really
for sure.
So that was sponsors.
That's pretty good sponsorship.
And take 10% of everything.
Obviously. I mean, trademark.
Next up, we got two more segments, and we have a beef in music. The queen herself, Miss Cardi B, has deleted her Instagram after a feud with, somehow we're still talking about her, but Azalea Banks.
Can you walk me through this one? I literally
honestly
had no idea it happened.
Azalea Banks wrote such a long statement about it that I haven't even read it all because I don't want to put up with that. Basically, Azalea Banks out of nowhere just started calling being mean to Cardi, saying that she's an untalented rat, she's a poor woman's Nicki Minaj, all this stuff, just out of nowhere, Yeah. This is kind of what Azalea Banks does at this point. She's known for one song that happened like 10 years ago, and this is how she stays in the news, by being a crazy person.
Yeah, I mean, if
it works, I guess we're talking about it, so maybe that's the route to go. Just be an insane person.
There you go.
It works.
We're not good enough, I guess, at that. No. Damn it.
Also, it's crazy to me that Cardi was like, well, fuck this. Like, I'm deleting the whole thing. Like, someone hates on me. Yeah, Cardi had a rough week. That and her song with
Rita
Charlie
Ora.
XCX, Rita Ora, and Bibi Rexa, or whatever you say her name. Their song Girls has been under some criticism for its simplifying female relationships, apparently.
More like, I think, LGBTQ relationships.
That was my fault. We'll cut that part.
Yeah.
It's been a tough week for Cardi, though.
Yeah.
Just let this woman have her baby and chill.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good that she gets off Instagram. Focus on the little things.
Have your baby, chill.
Do it.
That'd be good.
Do your thing.
Our last segment for today, we have some great headlines.
Some real powerful ones. We said it was a slow week of music, but we were lying because we got some real hard hitter
We found some good ones. Celine Dion's oldest son apparently is a rapper, and he's reached the number 1 and 2 spots on SoundCloud's R&B, Soul, New, and Hot chart.
Well, I mean, I need to listen to the songs.
I played it earlier, and you were like, "What is this shit?"
That was that. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, if you know what I mean.
Maybe it does.
Just kidding. Hey, we like Celine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like his music.
Oh. That's cool.
Yeah.
And this is probably the greatest headline I've ever seen in my life. This was written by a very reputable source. We're not going to say their name. Billboard. We'll bleep that.
What?
This is a headline that said, Meghan Trainor wants to be an actor too. Huh. So that's good
cool.
to know. I didn't know that, but now I do. I don't know how that's newsworthy, but here we are.
You know, we should let them know that I want to make a lot of money.
Yeah, I'd like to. I would like to be a millionaire too. I'd like to be a cowboy too.
Cowboy?
And a space
cowboy.
Oh, shout out Casey.
Shout
And those are our segments and wrap up of This Week in Music. We're going to launch into our interview here with Mr. Space Dolphin, a.k.a. Splashy.
Splashy.
Man, it was
a ride.
It was a ride.
Yeah.
There were many times that I didn't think we were going to make it to the end, but that's what happens when you ride in a dolphin. You just stick with him. He brought us to the promised land, and it was great. He was great for real. He was such a good dude, genuine guy. He's got a bright future going for him. He's had this little SoundCloud song pop off. Pigeons and Planes read an article about it. He's managed by the same guy that manages Denzel Curry.
Yep.
He's but just like a real sweet dude that we just geeked out about video games and hip hop and
super genuine guy, good music, up and coming rapper from Seattle, which we love to hear.
Yeah, we like to put on for our locals.
Yeah, we don't put on, but yeah.
Sounded like a line, I should say. Anyways, with that, here is Mr. Space Dolphin.
Splashy.
Hey, yeah, they gon' fuck with this one. Oh wow. Hey, yeah. Dick Puerto Rican found either when she talking to me, I can't understand though. I can't get the check, run it back. That's a sack, niggas hating on me. I know he a fan though. Yeah, all my dogs go commando. Yeah, run up on me, go commando. All my dogs go commando. Yeah.
We are in an undisclosed location in Seattle, Washington, with a very special guest. A man by many names. Splashy, Space Dolphin.
Rio Versace.
Yeah. We have Space Dolphin on the podcast. What's going on, man?
Bro, not much, bro. I'm just chilling.
Where does Rio Versace come from?
No, that was just something I came. That was like 5 years ago, and I came up with like 4 Eliases, and I was and I was just thinking, what's the most swag shit I can come up with?
Like ASAP Rocky,
like ASAP Rocky,
Pretty
just
Flacco.
Yeah, just put 2 things together.
Lord Flacco.
Yeah,
but that's kind of what
Rio
Splashy.
de Janeiro and Versace. I was like, oh my god, Rio Versace, bro, just call me that. Like,
dude,
I'm like
Rio
the dude that
Versace
comes
is your
in,
art.
like all crocodile or like all
exactly.
sway.
It's your R&B project.
That's exactly what it is.
Be filthy,
Buttery. It's
Yeah.
very
Very
smooth.
buttery.
Very smooth.
Has it been Space Dolphin from the beginning?
No, dude. If we want to go over
Come
it,
on,
bro.
what's like
look,
the- what's the
so
bad
look,
rap
I'm gonna let
name?
you know the really bad rap names. Okay, so first of all, my stepmom was she the other day she was telling me how she was telling my sister about when I was 10 cent.
10
Instead of 50 cents. So
10.
take away 40. I was that. You know what I'm saying? So I was, that was when I was like 12.
Okay.
So I was rapping. I've been producing since I was like 8.
Yeah.
I say that just because I was fucking around on my dad's computer
Yeah.
and putting loops together and shit since I was 8, and I just wanted to make beats. Right. But then I started rapping on top of the beats when I was like 12, and they were really corny, but I called myself 10 Cent, and it was dead serious. So there's that, right?
What was
That's
the idea
not
behind
even
the
bad.
10? Like,
Huh?
why 10?
Bro, I don't know, because I don't know. I just felt like he was 50 Cent, and I was like,
it was
bro,
a
I'm
funny
starting
thing.
from the bottom. I'm starting from like, a dime going up, you know what I'm saying? So I might have just evolved into 50, 20 cents,
Right.
25, a quarter. Just switched it up, had that Elias. Yeah,
Quarter would
call
be
me
kind of
little quarter.
A little quarter.
Like, oh, okay.
There's got to
You know
be.
what I'm
There's
saying?
got to be a little quarter out there.
Little change.
Today I saw a little toenail.
I just found out about him.
Pigeons
I just
Planes.
found out about I saw it on Pigeons and Planes. Yeah, and did you see Soda Boy on there too?
Yeah, Soda Boy.
Yeah, the shout
There's
out,
a couple,
shout out Soda Boy.
But little toenail because he wears a head to toe costume of a toe.
Yeah.
His head is like the toenail.
Yeah.
And it's a toe. So
It's
like
legit.
if you're listening on your phone right now, type in little toenail and
Yes.
it'll be a
Please, and
That's
it
a
would
good
make
time.
a good portion of your night.
Wait, so what can you tell us about this rare pink dolphin that showed up in Louisiana last year? Are you familiar with the pink dolphin?
I actually did a project on the Amazonian pink river dolphin.
It's a real thing.
That's a real dolphin.
Is there any relation to
There's
space
pink
dolphin?
dolphins. The thing is, that's a
Cousin.
historical thing I can't really literally dive into right now. It's
you know,
Can you preface it a little bit? So
my story is I don't really know my origins, to be honest with you. And it just I landed here. It was kind of like an Avatar Last Airbender type situation.
From space.
From space. And then was then in a cocoon down underwater. And then I was literally meditating and just smoking hella like just fire. And then I was like, bro, let me approach land people and let them have this. So I came out of the water like, you know, on some Avatar Last Airbender shit. They just found me. And they were just like, whoa, Splashy. It was like, whoo, and then it was a whole bunch of air, water, space, tree shit, all natural shit. A lot of elements.
If that is not your official bio,
that is literally it, bro.
be.
I've been trying to keep it very
don't be hard and saying like Damon.
Somebody's gonna be like, hey, you said
whatever.
you came from outer space, you weren't actually submerged. Like, no, I'm keeping it very consistent. That's exactly what happened.
I'm all about it.
Believe that.
I'm all about it. But for those people that don't know, there was like a rare sighting. There was a sighting in Louisiana sometime last year of this like actual dolphin that is pink.
No, there's pink
Right?
dolphins.
Like many of them, or is this
Yeah,
like,
no, that's an actual dolphin. It's pink. It's the Amazonian, but they're going extinct, which is why I was doing the whole project on them in science. It was marine biology, literally. So I was like, oh my god, and I fuck with pink. This is pink dolphin right here.
Yeah.
So I was just
Good
like,
radio.
I fuck
It's
with
good
pink
radio.
dolphin, and I was like, bro, these are real dolphins, but they're going extinct, and they're pink because just kind of like how that river or that lake in Australia and also in Africa is pink because like the sediment that's in there.
Oh, you are so smart.
Do you know these? Do you know?
We're getting a
Bro, there's
biology classes.
There's pink lakes that are in. There's one that's in Australia, and then there's one in Africa that are straight. If you look at it, they're just pink. It's pink water. You go up to it, you scoop it up, it's pink. And I was like, bro, this would be the spot to shoot the video,
fuck?
bro.
Oh,
So,
wow,
do you
it's
see
real.
it?
Yeah.
Spencer Lake.
Bro,
Spencer
yeah,
Lake
bro,
in Australia.
it's
That
hella,
shit is
it's
wild.
pink as fuck, and I'm like, dude, that's the most
It's pink as fuck.
enchanting lake
Now
I've
we
ever seen.
know where he landed.
And that's
That's
I wasn't gonna disclose it. But, you found
was a
out.
normal lake.
It was very shallow
was
too.
a
I mean, they were
normal
just
lake.
like, "Damn, he's right there." No, this shit's crazy. But that's really cool. But see, they're not even in that pink water. Obviously.
okay.
It's
Just
just
like
lake.
normal.
But they're in the Amazon, and they look slightly different than other dolphins, but for the most part, they look like a bottlenose. You know what I'm saying? Regular dolphin, but just pink, just slightly pink, and it's because of how their like skin mixes with the water and like the UV rays or whatever. You know, I forgot the project, obviously, but never forget that they are actually pink. You're not just fucking tripping, and they're cool with all the rest of the schools. You know, dolphins don't really travel in schools. They're like
they have sex for fun, though.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like one of the only
Bro,
animals.
did you see the video of the one at like the I don't know if it was SeaWorld, but they gave him like a little air bubble hose, and he kept like
You go hard
breathing
on?
in it and blowing O's out. He was just
What?
bro, it was so lit. And I just saw it on Twitter. I was like, bro, they're so fun. Like, how do you not, minus the rape, but like, other than that, they're not they're just the chillest fucking species underwater and smart as hell.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
It's a natural fit.
it's just, yeah, bro, they really just blow O's and chill together. That's crazy.
is you.
That's me. Yes, exactly. Not as good at O's, but you know, they're cool, bro.
So changing the subject a little bit, what is the importance of the slogan, "It's a matter of pride"?
It's a matter of pride.
Yeah. What do you know about that?
Well, I know that I have a lot of pride. I would say
it does have a connection to Space Dolphin.
yes, of course. Well, yeah. I mean, I have too much pride in some instances, but
Okay.
do
Do you know that this is the slogan from your high school?
fuck Ingram. Real shit, bro. Pride.
Okay, so-
yeah, that's one thing I lacked pride in.
Yeah? So you did
yeah, I
not
do
like-
know now that you reminded me that is right. It's a matter of pride. I was, because, you know, we're down in Capitol Hill, so I was wondering if you guys were stumping me with the
course,
question.
man.
I'm like,
Come on.
I'm like, what pride? Or what pride do you want from me? Yeah, no. So
this is the slogan from your high school. You went to Ingram,
I did go to Ingram
and you
High
did
School.
not like Ingram?
No, I'm not a fan of Ingram.
Okay, not a fan.
No, I didn't graduate either, so.
Well, that's fine.
It's chill.
say, I
It
think
is
you're
what-
doing
I didn't like Ingram. I don't think anybody who went to Ingram, if you spoke to them, would have very high, comments about those.
Okay.
But all my homies there were chill, bro. So everybody who I fucked with over at Ingram, it was a fun time,
Yeah.
you know, but they also tried to, you know, catch me after I came back from lunch smoking and shit. So after that, I can't fuck with them.
Is that what you would do? Sneak out?
It was during journalism. Like I was in
Journalism?
not journalism. I was in what's the
Recess.
no
Marine biology.
You're smoking.
biology? Yeah, as I came back, I was like,
That's what
ready.
all the dolphins were
I
fucking
was
pink.
like, what? No. It was yearbook.
Oh.
So yearbook.
You were
So
in
everybody
yearbook?
has their. I was in yearbook. Yeah, man. Of course.
Cascade? Is that what the yearbook was called?
Yes, the Cascade is what it was called exactly, and it was really cool that one because they had me do a whole collage of like people, and I had it like Pokemon themed, so it was like Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue. And at first, my teacher was just like, "What is that?" But then everybody was like, "Oh, it's Pokemon themed." You know what I'm saying? This shit's lit. So I was like, "Yeah, it's lit, bro." So just let me do it. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. And so I did that, and but yeah, when one lunch before I got back, I smoked a blunt, which I usually don't do because you smell like a blunt when you come back. If you just go and smoke like out a pipe or something, you'll be cool.
Okay.
But like if you go and smoke a
tips
blunt, you
for high
literally
schoolers.
smell like a Swisher Sweet and weed. And so I came back, and of course, as soon as I walk in the door, my teacher is not in his classroom. He's coming towards me. Damn it, there you are. Oh, follow me. And I wasn't in trouble at that, but then he was going in the office. And so I go in the office,
Smelling
and it's
like-
very, it's not cold, it's hot. So you can get a good smell of whoever's in there. But there were multiple people, and the assistant principal was like, who's smoking? And I'm putting on like scented lotion. I don't know who. I was like, that's crazy. I'm ashy, man. That shit, I don't know who's smoking right now, bro. Why'd you smell like that?
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, anyway, I threw the weed in like the bushes. It's probably still there in the middle of the thing. And then she called me back and looked through
Someone
my
found
shit.
it.
Someone found that.
Somebody found it. Yeah, they were out there chilling.
They look good.
And
like
so yeah, they tried to bust me. So I don't fuck with Miss Thomas. So
Yeah.
name dropping. That's right.
Yeah, right. Miss Thomas, we don't like you.
We don't fuck with you. She's probably done now. She's probably.
Oh, here's one before we get into your career. Fill in the blank. When it comes to being chef man, I just do it. Blank.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
Come on, man. Come on.
2011?
I learned from yes.
What's
2011.
like the line lead? Do you remember like the 4 lines? What's a couple lines leading
when
up
it
that?
the beat would help, but I know exactly what song.
Of
you're
course.
talking about. When it comes, yeah. Shouts to Demi, and that is homie Demi.
Demi?
Is my friend
Demi Lovato?
No, not Lovato.
You know Demi
Demi
Lovato?
Edwards. No, my friend Demi, who really actually got me into being a stoner in general. Got
Really?
me smoking. Yeah, she
out
was
to Demi.
smoking. Shouts to Demi. Exactly.
Big
Shouts to
influence. Space Dolphin.
Big influence to the space part of the Dolphin. Yeah, exactly. I was definitely fucking gone. I was in the car one time with her and everybody. I was like, because I really was a lightweight, bro. She had me smoking some like lemon haze or some shit, and I
I don't even know what that is. It sounds wild.
driving, and my body's like back, and I'm just like, what? And then it comes back, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm waiting for it again. And it does it again. I'm like, hey, Demi. I'm like, Demi. She's like, what, David? I'm like, bro, I feel weird, bro. And ever since then, she clowns on me,
not
bro. 'Cause
working.
I really felt weird as shit, bro. And I don't remember much after that because that was like my first time really chiefing.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, I was gone, bro. But after that, when I was chilling,
Got it.
hungry as a motherfucker, man. Bro. Dick's driving.
What's your
bro.
like
You know
go-to?
what it
Yeah,
is.
what's your go-to then? Dick's?
It used to be, but back then, yeah. But now I've overdone it too much. They're not changing anything.
Right.
But I definitely have had way too much of the only stuff that they serve. So,
Yeah?
but I still go there sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I would say the go-to, bro, would be that Wendy's 4 for $4. You know the deal, bro.
I don't know the deal, man. We've
Come
got a Wendy's
on,
around
bro.
here.
Oh,
What is it?
yeah, I guess so.
Is it literally 4 items for $4?
Literally 4 items for $4.
Bro, I don't go to-
It's the plug, bro. You get the drink, nuggets, like, burger, and fries, bro, for $4. On it, bro.
I'm not gonna say we haven't driven to Taco Bell.
We've driven to
40
Taco
minutes
Bell.
away.
Yes.
Just
Taco
because we were
Bell's
drunk.
down
We
to
were
Taco
drunk
Bell?
being like, we need Taco Bell.
Yeah.
and we.
But someone
like,
who drove was
Yeah,
sober.
we'd get like a
Taco Bell's-
Uber 40 minutes away to go grade. That's
Go-
fucking.
What do you have around here? Do you guys live around here?
Yeah,
I used to.
Well,
I moved to the
we
better
live
parts
around
of the
here. And there's
world,
no
not
fast food
here.
around here. There's no fast food. Late night pizza or hot dogs. That's it. Man.
That's literally it.
literally
I
it.
lived in Lake City, yeah, and even then, it was like, I mean, you had Dick's, but then other than that, it was, you had to call that Uber Eats or Postmates, and it was literally just 3 pizza spots. And so a lot of grease was consumed.
I
within
mean,
those.
it's not that I don't love late night pizza. It's just Taco Bell's like ultimate late night.
Taco
Yeah.
Bell is ultimate, and I hated Taco Bell. I still don't
what?
like Taco Bell,
Bro.
but I've been going to Taco Bell for the last like 2 weeks, bro, because I didn't have faith in that Frito burrito or whatever, bro. And I went there and I was like, bro, let me try that, and it actually slapped. I thought the Fritos were gonna be soggy or something. No, they're
they're
crisp.
Oh, no.
They do it quick.
Yeah, they do.
I was like, ooh, I'm
If you
fucking with
let it
this,
sit
bro.
for like 7 minutes, it might get greasy.
It might get,
soggy.
yeah, but I eat that quick, and it was crunchy. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I fuck with you, Taco Bell.
All right. Well, let's talk about your music because I'm sure we could talk about Taco Bell
about
and
anything,
Miss
bro.
Thomas and all this other shit. You have been making music for a long time and producing for even longer, but it feels like it hasn't been until recently. And correct me if I'm wrong. That one of your songs has really been recognized on a larger scale.
Yes,
We're talking about
it has been
Commando.
Commando.
Pigeons and Planes wrote an article about you. It kind of came out of nowhere. That's the first time that we heard about you.
it
Someone
did come
sent
out
it
of
to me,
nowhere.
and they're
Yeah.
like, I think we like to think that we know Seattle music.
do.
So when this outsider on the East Coast, some agent sends me this, being like, "Yo, what do you know about this kid?" and I have no clue, I'm like, it throws us off. So immediately, and then of course I see the name Space Dolphin. I'm like, oh my god, I love this guy already.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
we had to figure it out. So why do you think it is that it took until now for something to happen?
Bro, there's a plethora of reasons why that is why it is what it is. I mean, mostly I blame it on my lack of marketing and like also my lack of getting visuals out, bro. That was my main thing.
Like
I
straight
have
music videos?
like music videos. Because if you actually look at my catalog of music that I've had on,
there's a lot.
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. And there's even more that's not even on there that I've taken off, and I deleted a whole 70 track page. But the thing is I've only had like 3 music videos and I've got like 300 songs.
You feel like that? You feel like
So
that is the?
it's a lot. That's a large part
That's
of
a
it.
big part.
Also, my collaborative mindset in the beginning, I didn't like to collab like that. You know,
in the beginning, I hear you still don't like to collab. Really.
I don't really like to collab like that. And the only reason
Space
why
Dolphin
I
rides
don't like
alone,
to collab is because I don't ever have like time like that for me to get what I want to get done and for other people to try to press me into getting stuff done with them. You know what I'm saying? People send something and they expect you to like be ready with it hella soon.
Yeah,
It's like,
send it
bro,
back to me tonight.
Yeah, I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, just let me, you know what I'm saying? It has to come to me, bro. I don't like to sit and force bars. You know what I'm saying? If the beat's hot, I'm going to write some shit. You know what I'm saying? But if they send me shit where it's like, this is cool, you know what I'm saying? And they already paid for it. You know, if you're paying for it, then that's cool. But a lot of people like to just collab. Oh, fun. You know, it's only fun to an extent, bro. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you got to get your industry on. You know what I'm saying? You got to start getting into the mindset of making a, market off your marketing your own, your shit.
Yeah.
Are you a full-time musician?
No, I'm not a full-time
cool,
musician.
yeah.
No, not yet. But we're
Not
almost
yet,
there, though.
dude, I was
We're
gonna
almost
say.
there, bro.
Yeah.
We're almost
if people
there,
are
though.
paying you to hop on their songs,
Yeah.
that's something.
Yeah, it's something, you know what I'm saying? You got to charge appropriately because,
Nice.
people are, they don't have all the money in the world. So you got to
yeah.
just charge appropriately. SoundCloud, rappers and shit like that, 200 or 300 a verse, depending. But right now the price is it's going up. So
Yeah,
that's,
baby.
I've been letting them know. Yeah, they're like, "Hey, bro, hit me bro, it's going up, bro." So you got to hit
What
me
about
with
us?
that PayPal.
If we started a rap group,
Yeah.
what's because now we're best friends because you've been on our
yes,
podcast.
automatically.
Automatic.
I would
we think,
say
100?
Probably, you know what I'm saying?
It's okay. It's all right. 100 and,
Another
100 and a
100 on
4x4
there.
from Wendy's. $100 and a 4x4 from
And a
Wendy's.
4x4 from
Yeah.
Wendy's, bro. I didn't know you could get wood
Dude,
planks from Wendy's.
so $104
The
basically.
4 for 4.
4 for 4. Oh, my bad.
He said in a 4x4 by Wendy's. You know what
And
I'm
the
saying?
wood. Yeah.
I was like,
And a piece of wood.
I'll tell you the deal, bro.
All right, cool.
You guys got to let me record. You guys got to set up some like green screen shit in here, and then we can really get it cracking,
do it,
bro.
man.
It's a
Yeah.
big ass studio. It's nice, bro. I like the art, by the way.
I'm glad.
But basically, no, seriously though, why my shit hasn't been out there like that is just because I'm so like secluded, bro. Like I just be like inclusive about my shit, but yet everybody you splash, like literally bunch of different people around the world have hit me in like the last 5 years all the time, just kind of like, bro, hey, shout out from London, bro. We fuck with your shit. My high school, I got people here bumping it all the time, bro. So it's like my name is everywhere, but it's like I'm not. It's like The Weeknd, you know what I'm saying? When he first came, niggas didn't know who he was. They were like, who the fuck? You wouldn't even know. You would have thought it was a band.
Yeah.
But it was just one guy until it started coming out. And then it was just like, oh, now he's everywhere. Now we know what The Weeknd looks like. Palm tree hair, all that shit, bro. So, it really is. It's like one of those things, except I was never shy about the camera. I always took photo shoots and shit like that, but it was a waste of time because I wasn't putting out music. So there were inconsistencies in my music making like career.
Your
like I
approach.
made music. I dropped an EP back in 2012, Slide Through EP. Dope ass EP. I also have the one you're talking about,
2011.
regular mixtape, 2011.
Rebecca Black is on that.
Yes, Rebecca Black is on that one, bro. I thought that was so
come
funny
through.
at the time. I still think it's
I
it is
still-
so
yeah,
funny.
I was
I
gonna
still
say,
think it's funny, actually. And my dad thought it was
Would
funny
you do a
too.
song with Rebecca Black?
Oh, automatically,
Yeah?
bro.
Yeah. Easy?
Automatically,
Well,
bro.
you
Yeah,
see
she's
that,
bad
man.
now, too, bro. It's automatic now, too, bro. So we can get her on there. She's actually singing now. She's actually, like, got vocal trainers and has been working. And so I heard her new stuff like last
is she
year.
underrated?
When you get that money, though, you can
Yeah.
start
You can
paying
do
for
it. You can do it. You know, you can do
possible.
anything, bro.
Anything is
and
possible.
She yeah, she's doing it, bro. She's cool, bro. She's fired now. Yeah, she's doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, she's fired.
Good radio.
Yeah,
Good
she's
radio.
Good now, bro. She's good now.
No. That's good. It's good to know that you would do a song with her, though.
Yeah.
Oh yes, my collaborative, like where I want to go with collabs, bro, is just
Let's
on
hear
a
it.
whole other level.
Top
bro.
three. Top three.
Oh, first of all, Drake.
Yeah.
First of all, Drake.
'Kay,
just
Drake fan.
light skin, just thing.
Just two light skinned guys.
Just from the
getting
6 to
emotional.
This 6, you know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch.
That's when Rio Versace comes out.
That is Rio Versace right
You seen
there.
the new Walk It Like I Talk It
I
video?
thought that was fucking hilarious.
It's great, but Drake is Rio
Drake
Versace.
literally
Yeah.
is
That is his
he
alter ego.
embodied what we already think of him as.
Exactly.
Which is like a Rico Suave, like light skin beige, just
He had so much fun with that.
curl juice dripping
Yeah,
type.
dude.
He had so
Curl
much fun.
juice.
You can
The
tell, bro.
Migos to me are the hilarious ones because
It's
I
good.
never would have thought.
I never
Never
thought
thought.
they'd be down with that.
Yeah.
but-
Oh, never thought.
Drake
You
and
know
the
what?
one
came up
you're
with
like,
the video.
yeah, that
You're
makes
like, yeah,
sense.
and Drake honestly kind of threw me off too because I would have never, but then again, you think about it and it's like, he's Drake.
He's Drake.
And they're the Migos.
He's a playful guy.
So it's kind of like at this, if they would have came out with like Versace and they were all doing that, it'd have been like, bro, who are these people,
Yeah.
bro?
All right.
But now that they're Migos
They
and
can do
it's
whatever they
already
want.
just like heat, we're just kind of like, bro, this is lit. I like what they did.
With the
And
song, too.
anything that doesn't involve the same three things that like 95% of rap videos is creative, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? At least you made an effort, but that one was really cool. I didn't expect that. Now the song, on the other hand,
Not a fan?
bro, this is my main critique of the Migos, is that I love their music, but and I don't want to get in trouble in the future with this, but like 70%
come
of
back.
it, bro, is literally just repeated choruses.
The Walk It Like I Talk, it's like 64 bars.
It's literally
really
8
long.
hours
Yeah.
of him saying "Walk It Like I Talk It." And I didn't hear the song before I heard the music video. So I heard the music video, and I'm like, "Hey, okay, Walk It Like I Talk It" for a second was kind of cool, and then you would think it was going to drop into another Walk It Like
It's
I Talk
another
It whole 20
yeah.
bars.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, okay.
is it.
And then they come in, Offset is hot, and and then Drake's heat on there, and then it's all just doing their thing, bro. But Drake really killed me with the curls. I just
He looks
didn't
great.
know what to say, bro. He really
Drake.
slid in and
That's
was just
Drake.
like, hey, doing the whole
Yeah.
thing. I was like, oh my God, he's the guy.
So,
He's the guy.
who was number 2 and number 3?
Number 2 and number 3
collab.
wasn't hard. I was trying to
couldn't think
distract you.
You did a good job.
No, number 2 and number 3. Oh, top. Oh my God, I got to squeeze like an indie band in there somehow, bro. I love indie music,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
I really,
different side of
really
the
do.
space.
Like Hayam. Do you know Hayam?
Yeah.
I love Hayam.
Good.
Fucking. Oh, there's so many.
Dude, Haim would be sick.
That's what I'm
Three
saying,
Haim
bro.
sisters in space
yes,
on
bro,
a song.
in space.
We could
I'm
build
just thinking of the
like,
music video now, and that would be dope.
Dang, bro. Oh my gosh.
You should green screen yourself over one of their videos, and like that should be
What's
the
the
next.
one
just
where
try
they're
to
walking
fit
down
in.
the
Yeah, there's
street?
one there where they're just walking down. Like,
I can easily green
Beverly
screen
Hills.
that.
Yeah.
I can easily kind of do that. I just need the lighting on point.
Wait, sorry. Unless you have, do you have your?
I'm trying, bro. They would be one.
be
but
tight.
top 3 though, it's just
mean,
hella hard.
that's tough.
Yeah.
You guys, okay, so I mean, really, in the rap, okay, so I do Drake. I'd have Drake number 1. 2, I'd have to say, who's on my iPod?
Still use an iPod?
Who's on my iPhone? He tried to roast me. Oh
Damn, take out my Walkman.
Young Thug.
Okay.
That's automatic too. Just because the versatility in his voice in general. is
Evan
just-
hates Thug.
No. I've
You
grown
You
to
know
like
what?
Thug.
It's
I've grown to
okay.
like
You hate
Thug.
Thug.
It's okay because it's.
I don't
just
like Future.
That's true.
Okay. And I don't want to get in trouble again. But see, I understand that though. I understand that though because like I've had this debate with many people, and I'm just kind of like, look, bro, I fuck with Future the long way, bro. I really do. Like this shit is it's heat. But when it comes to Thug though, you're not gonna hear at all the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? You'll hear a couple of the same thing, but his flows, there's like 30 of them on a song. Yeah. With Future, it's like, and especially with his like the King Bag, like,
Yeah.
he does shit like that, and that is not passable by me, bro. I don't care how cool it might have sounded. It's not lit to me, and he also just kind of just kind of rambles on in like an emo trap kind of way on track. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm really too sad right now. Like I really just want, like, I understand you came from the trenches, bro. Like you were literally in World War I. But like I gotta just switch it to some Thug because he's gonna make me want to just be like on some extra like lit shit. So I understand you on that, but Young Thug definitely would be on there. And then third, bro, I should have had this. I should have already knew that was a question. I should have knew that was a question.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to it, bro. We'll come back to it. I'll pick my 3. Okay.
Good. Well, I mean, so a lot of your music actually is very influenced by video games, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Was that literally like a conscious decision from when you started, or was that just something that kind of like happened?
That was a conscious decision from when I started that has definitely been on the decline since I started. I do still love referencing, of course, nostalgic things in general, but believe me, like Space Dolphin 2012 to like 2015 is a whole other Space Dolphin than the Space Dolphin that I'm moving forward as now. You know what I'm saying? Because that got played out really quickly.
With the video
you know what
game
I'm saying?
thing?
With the video games and anime references and like just references to that in general. As soon as I was on SoundCloud, that wasn't there. But after about a year or so on SoundCloud rapping about stuff like that, and then you see everybody, not saying anything, but I asked many of people around me. When I was told by, I don't know if you know Ryan Carveo, he went to England with me, and he told me to put my stuff on SoundCloud. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know, bro. He was like, bro, I'm telling you, dog, your beats, like, they're heat, like, you can put them on SoundCloud and people will buy them. Yeah. I was like, all right, yep. And so I tried it out. But when I was on there was a whole different kind of subgenre. It wasn't anime rap. It was none of that. It was like witch trap and like purity rings and things like that, all those indie things. And I was like, oh, I like those and how they're mixing hip hop with like cloudy, and then I came on the scene and I was just like water, and I just kept rapping. I was like tree, water, space, air, everything. And then I noticed that when I stopped rapping, because I had to stop rapping because I moved and like all my music shit was gone. So I started to see just a whole bunch of other rappers kind of just being like, tree, life, this, splash, water, what I'm saying? Their ad-libs were splash, and I'm kind of like,
Splash.
I was kind of like, I'm splashy, you know what I'm saying? I never seen it, and then, Keyboard Kid and shit like that, everybody. So I was like, you know what? And then I was wearing Hawaiian shirts. Bro, I left school. Like,
he's wearing like a Hawaiian jacket.
One summer, bro. Yeah, I was rocking Hawaiian shirts all the time. And then I leave and I come back junior year, and bro, if there's not like 30 freshmen and like sophomores that are rocking like a whole bunch of color like thing, I was just kind of like, I know what's going on right now. Okay. Bro. It's the wave. It's just what's going on. So I was like, I probably eventually am going to have to chill off of it, and I just eventually didn't want to rap that much about like Pokemon anymore, because it was just kind of like, you can't go that far. There's only like, well, actually, there's a lot of Pokemon. If I was just to rap encyclopedias of Pokemon or like the Pokédex, it'd just be a whole different thing. But of course, I like putting them in there sometimes just because you can make so many references when it comes to like 90s shit. It's unbelievable. Yeah. But I do love video games, so heavy gamer all the day. Yeah,
we can tell.
I'm gonna reference new games these days. Yeah,
that's good. Wait, have you heard Alan? Alan's a big fan.
So have you heard of? He's a producer. His name's Chiduli. He's done a remix of a bunch of different artists, but he did one of Drake's If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, with all Donkey Kong samples.
That's hilarious.
It's better than the original.
Wow.
You know what? I fuck with it so hard.
Wait, so how would you sample?
I'm already knowing what it sounds like. I already know what it sounds like.
Yeah. Would you straight up sit in your room or your studio or whatever and like, are you like recording these from the game, or you're pulling them from somewhere online?
I'm pulling them from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was the easiest way. Just YouTube rip it. You know what I'm saying? Just look up sounds, of like Peach. She's like, oh,
What's the most sampled video game?
For you, I would say sampled. That would probably just be Mario off tops, just because there's so many sounds that I've took and that I've used. From Mario, just the Peach, Yoshi, the wah, 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 all those. It'd probably be Mario, but I've sampled so many other ones. But the most consistent, it would be Mario, Peach, and also Goku from Solar Flare. That was my tag on all my beats.
Was it Solar Flare?
Solar Flare, like Solar Flare.
Oh, okay,
So
that was your producer tag.
My shit. And then,
Young Chop on the
Yeah,
beat.
exactly. Yeah.
your version of Metro Boomin on the
That
beat.
literally was
That's
it.
pretty
Except
sick,
Goku
actually.
saying it, which was extra
So
lit. But then
funny.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
That is extra lit.
but for copyright, I was just like, I should probably not do that. I need an original tag. So ever since then, I really haven't had an original tag.
You want us to make one for
I
you?
mean,
We can
if
do
you
it.
guys made an original tag, bro,
Splashy.
I knew you were gonna go with something.
gonna go there.
Splashy. Dude, that would be sick.
And then just
Splashy
like-
on the beat.
You know, have like a little water.
Water?
Thing. Yeah, that'd be kind of funny though.
That'd be pretty
funny.
funny.
I'll put that on the beat.
I've always thought that now we're like gonna be nerds and talk about video games. I always thought that Zelda was the most sampled game in like hip hop. I feel like I always hear Link's screams
Ha!
or like
Yeah, like,
yeah,
ha!
or
It is.
Because
in anime rap, and listen, and then my friend
No,
player two,
all of our listeners
he
just
used to
stopped
do
listening.
that. Yeah, exactly.
We
He
lost
used to do that. He did that on all of his beats, bro. He had, hey, listen,
Yeah.
and then he sampled that a lot. He sampled a lot of Navi and Zelda, and I sampled Zelda too. So many video game samples, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of them, bro. I remember. I just be like, what fits right here? Oh yeah, Zelda scream as he falls down a tunnel. That's definitely
Yeah.
this one right now. See, it totally is the perfect drop.
Wait, so now that you've had this Pigeons and Planes article come out, was that the biggest coverage that you've had?
Yeah,
It was
actually,
a big
that was definitely
publication.
the biggest coverage, and they put me on their playlist too on Spotify.
Yeah.
My shit went from, and mind you, these are songs
Just
that are
gonna ask.
old. I got mostly like, I only had like 5 songs. Right now, I only got like 6 songs on streaming services.
Okay.
But of like the 4 I had on before, 3 of them were like pretty old, like a year old.
Yeah.
I just wanted them to be on Apple Music so people can stream them. And then iCarly was one that had the music video, and that just had a good amount of success. So I put that on there. I only had like 500, 600 monthly listeners on Spotify. And Pigeons and Planes got me on their playlist. That bumped it up to probably about like 10,000. And then Spotify themselves put that song on their Fresh Finds playlist and their fire emoji playlist.
Yeah.
But now I got 50,000, bro, a month.
What?
So it's extra lit. It really is extra lit.
Just gonna
So-
ask, did you notice an increase
Yeah.
in
Oh yeah.
anything?
Oh, it's definitely. Oh yeah. And my SoundCloud, it's going to be the first one that's going to hit 100,000 plays. So I'm telling you, it's a very big. It's pretty big.
huge.
It's pretty
That's
big.
huge.
So
But
what,
yeah,
what do you need to do you think, other than like music videos and stuff like that, for your newer songs that come out? Like, what do you think you need to do to make them
I'm going
keep hitting, those marks?
Oh, I know what you're saying. Right now, I am in like I'm trying to like reform, really, because and not like change up. But right now, I'm seriously looking at my music, and I'm like, okay, well, I really want to have fun. And that's what it's all about. And, that's how shit just comes to you. You're just having fun. The beat's hot. You're like, okay. But I got to cut out a lot of the filler, just filler bars that I might have that I might settle with. And I really need to just put all heat in it. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit. Just really get to some hot-ass bars and, like, some actual, like, ones that have impact on people, and they're like, damn, bro. Because right now I do have those bars. Some people are just like, wow, this thing really said that. But, which is good. And they like the beat. They like everything. They like how I wrapped it all up. But I need to I'm putting myself on like a pedestal, and I don't know if it's healthy, a healthy pedestal that I'm putting myself on, because I'm like, bro, I need to be way up here.
Yeah.
But that's basically what I'm working on. I think I need to try to form into more of a mainstream, not in the bad way. You know what I'm saying? Not in like, he's totally sold out. None of that. Because there's nothing I'm selling out on unless I literally were to just go and make rock music right now. Then they're like, okay, you sold out. But I'm not giving up on what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to better my quality of my music. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So from the content that's in there, I don't want it to be so cut and dry, splash on your bitch, flex, and weed, you know what I'm saying? Which is awesome things, but we need to expand into more, larger territory on that. And then I think that along with the visuals, better visuals, budget for everything, it'll all fall into place, bro.
Are you still producing your, like, for the new music, or are you just using your
I'm working with everybody else.
Yeah?
Because my production, I feel like I just stopped. I feel like I lost some passion for it, and so I feel like in the future I'm gonna regain passion for it. When I have like a much better setup and like way more tools, I can then get into the lab and start
Focus
to
on that
Timbaland
more.
on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even Timbaland said, I remember I saw the interview with him like a couple weeks ago. He said he felt like he lost the passion for it, and then then, after chilling out for a while, he went back in and he was like, all the shit is back. It's back. He's in the groove again.
Yeah.
So you just got to chill. You got to chill off about it, because if you think about it too much, you start hating your shit.
Yeah.
So definitely want to chill off and just let it do what it do and do artistry for right now.
You feel pressure though?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for myself, but I do feel pressure though.
Because now you have like a legit manager who also does.
I do have a manager.
He's like a real fucking manager.
He's a real manager. He manages Denzel Curry.
Yeah, heard of Denzel Curry, guys?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, but what I mean by it is like you have, and you hit these numbers, and you've had some backing from publications that people would really want. So it's
legit,
like, and even the Spotify things, it's like, that's you are on the trajectory of up. So the hope is that you continue up and don't go down. So you
I don't want to go down.
You do feel the pressure though.
I do feel the pressure, because when it comes to going up, that means you literally have to drop something
Get better.
That's better, or different but still
same quality.
Same quality.
Equally
so it's nothing that you can just go, let me just drop one of my throwaway tracks. Not gonna happen, bro. Because if you drop the throwaway track, it's just gonna be, and then nobody's gonna fall off, but they're kind of gonna be like, I'm gonna wait for the next one.
Yeah.
And then you got them on ice like that. So you want to just keep it straight fire. And that's that. So that's what I'm working on. So Yoshi's Island.
I was gonna say
this summer.
That's the next project.
Get the floaties ready, bro. Because whatever beer you drink, bro, bust open a cold one. It's gonna get heavy, bro.
I'm hyped. Yeah. We'll have to show you after we stop recording. There's a bunch of video game stuff that I listen to. Anyways.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm totally ready.
But I think there's something similarly called Yoshi's Island. Anyways.
Okay, yeah.
I'm tight.
So what do you think is the longevity of this type of rap? The type of rap you're doing.
Yeah.
And
so
do you think you'll have to evolve?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to evolve,
because you kind of said you started with the video games very heavy, and you've
had to evolve from that. I literally had to evolve from, and I'm so far from what I would think is my final form. I literally, when I'm telling you that I have watched what Drake has done since the beginning, I literally have, because that speaks longevity. That's what he's branded himself to be, something that is a brand. Literally, when you put Drake on it, it's not really yours anymore. It's Drake's. Because he knows, and you know what is going to come from it when his name is put on that. So not at all trying to, clearly I don't rap like Drake, so sometimes I might splash a little. Somebody was like, oh, we got Drizzy Dolphin. And somebody said that in the comments on Cinderella, because I had like a little, if you're not reading this, it's too late. Went away. And they were just like, oh, you said Drizzy Dolphin. I was like, a little splash. But it was just appropriate. But I watched somebody like him, and Lil Wayne. But see, Lil Wayne right now is kind of in a predicament where his music is just not. Yeah, it's a very big predicament. But he's still relevant. But it's just he's not where he was. And Drake is just like 10 years strong and is very relevant and is what everybody wants to talk about. So it's like, I look at that, and that's what I want out of music. I want to stick around, and I want to be able to mold to anything without getting accused of being a horrible culture vulture, which is what he gets accused of every 5 seconds. Sometimes it's I guess somewhat appropriate. Sometimes it's reaching, but you're not supposed to stay the same. You know what I'm saying? If you want to adapt to something else, you should go, and if you could make that sound good and make people want to listen to that type of music now because you're doing it, then go on about it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you keep going. But if you drop the same shit, it's going to be stale. You're going to plateau. So I don't want to do that. It's all about longevity. And I think my rap right now is appropriate for right now. And it will be, hopefully, in a lot of fans and just people everywhere, some timeless, bops, bro, that you could just go back to and listen. Not something that was just so eat and just throw away, fast food rap. Fast food rap is only.
I like that term.
That's DJ Academics, bro. He came up with that shit. I was like, you know what? That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. It does.
That you sit in a studio, some rappers sit in a studio, and they're like, let's record 80 tracks today. You know for a fact that all 80 of those tracks are not heat, and nor are they timeless. Most of them are just kind of filler. But you're going to drop them anyway, because then you can, get streams, and you can do all that and keep people listening to you.
Wasn't Hey Jude by the Beatles written in 7 minutes?
It probably was, bro. I don't know. I mean, then again, there's like 4 of them.
I'm giving,
you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's a lot of
That's true.
manpower on one song.
Yeah,
You can get it
that's very
done, you know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's very true.
Little Soda Boy, he's written songs in like 5 minutes, bro.
There you
It's just
go.
crazy, bro.
We'll move on to our last segment of where we try to do some questions that hopefully you've never been asked before. That's the hope, at least. I have a feeling like we're going to get some good answers from this.
I've been asked everything.
That's true. Who is the most famous person in your cell phone? Come on, bro. There's somebody good.
Probably my manager, bro.
I was going to say, your manager's pretty
My
fucking
manager's pretty up
not
there,
a bad
bro. You know, yeah, that'd be it, bro. I don't
say.
really talk to in my context list.
Right.
Nah, in
Any-
DMs, that's a whole different thing.
Is
So,
it a whole
yeah,
different
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Anybody cool?
Yeah, I can't let that.
I like it, bro. I like it.
top secret.
I like it. No, that's tight, actually.
You know,
Favorite Young Lean song?
ooh, bro, Jensen Strip, bro, come on, bro.
That's your shit, right?
Bro, I love Young Lean,
Yeah,
bro.
right?
He knows this too, bro. He's bro since the beginning. Yeah, Jensen Strip, definitely the most. I mean, bitches come and go,
So good.
but you know I stay. I mean, I never felt that so deep in my heart when he said that coming from Sweet. I was just like, wow, he knows the light. He knows light.
Someone on the other side of
Somebody
the world.
on the other side of the
feels
world
what
knew
I feel,
exactly
man.
what was going through my heart, bro.
Yeah.
He's, you know,
I like
yeah,
it.
he knows me too, bro.
Does
He put on my my Island Fortress music video back
Really?
2012. He said I'm a fan,
Damn.
literally, and I was like,
Lean.
I was like, what? I was
That's
like,
awesome.
somebody was like, bro, he just said he's your fan. I was like, bro, he's definitely he's the homie, bro.
He's
so yeah,
tight. He's tight.
yeah, he's the homie.
So you allegedly worked at a Fred Meyer in the cheese department?
Bro, Murray's cheese, and it gets really. Bro, I was there. Yeah, I was at the Ballard Fred Meyer. I don't know if you've been to the Ballard,
Yes.
Ballard Fred Meyer. I was
Alan
at
lives
the
there. Shout out, Alan.
shout out Ballard. I was at the Fred Meyers down there, and I wanted to get, I needed to get a job, and that was coming out of high school, and I went in there, and I didn't think about the cheese. I didn't know what I was just applying,
Yeah.
and I had a sample. And I was like, bro, he was like, it's goat milk cheese, feta, whatever. I tasted it, I was like, bro, this is fucking delicious. And he was like, I know, right? And I was like, yeah. So I went up there and I chilled. And when I got back, the H&R dude was like, yeah, so we got all these, which are cool. But then we got this new, addition to the Fred Meyer to cheese, the really cool cast, people, it's really fun. You sell cheese, you get to eat cheese all the time. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that one.
Yeah, that sounds tight.
I'm going to do that one. And he said, there's no cashier or there's no register, so you don't got to handle. I was like, bro, I'm so doing that. I don't have to handle people's money. I do just give them cheese and, try to sell it to them.
Money.
I was like, I'm a people person. I can talk people into that shit. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let me do that. And it was fun.
It was tight?
very fun.
So what kind of cheese would you recommend to go with listening to your music?
I'd recommend, I'd recommend a nice, like, French brie.
Dude, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I recommend,
I love it, dude. I love it.
blue cheese when you're getting into the more heavy, base
okay.
heavy, you know what I'm saying? It kind of complements. The woodsy, it's herbaceous.
Yeah, I could tell you really did work in cheese.
No, I was really there. I had to come
You were
up with
deep
all
in it.
pungent,
Yeah.
it was just like,
yeah.
oh no.
You just started saying that out to like random things.
Random people,
are like,
yeah.
yeah. Like,
Bro, yeah.
I believe you.
Music's
That's like the
music's
wine
really
stuff where
silky,
it's like,
it
ooh,
really.
yeah, you can smell the
Yeah.
aftertones.
Yes. You get traces of.
Ooh.
You always gotta say traces of when you're saying like multiple flavors. It's a little herby with traces of, sweet. You're like, oh no. It was so fun. It
That's
actually
tight.
was hella fun though.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I just got tired of walking into the same Fred Meyers all the time though. Eventually I walked in and I was like,
that
oh,
makes
this is fucking stupid. I was like, I can't keep going here every day, bro. This is too much, bro. Get me out of here. Because you don't want to hit that 5 mark. At least at my I just don't. I hate seeing people who are like, "Yeah, I'm here for 20 years." Nah, nigga, I ain't here for 20 years, nigga. We gotta go fast,
right?
bro. I didn't want to hit the 5-year mark.
Okay.
Because then they start giving you gifts for being there 5 years.
It's like,
I
I
don't
gotta
want
get
a
outta here.
gift from you, especially a toaster that's like on sale. Like, I'm done with you, bro. What is this
That
for?
Is the best outlook
I
I've
swear, bro. All my 5 years of time I've dedicated to you, except for like things I like doing a toaster. No, but fuck you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, bro.
All right. Favorite Pokemon?
We're nerding out over here. We're getting into it.
I like this
Yeah.
one though.
Glad.
You
It's a
know
good question,
what?
Al.
Thanks, man.
You know what? Oh shit. I was just thinking about because I was gonna get I got Yoshi, but I was thinking
on the
of
necklace.
one to
You
get.
showed the necklace.
Yeah. I would say like Vaporeon.
Ooh.
Is
Can you
really
describe
nice.
Vaporeon to someone who's
Vaporeon?
unfamiliar with it?
Vaporeon is basically
Space Dolphin.
it's Space Dolphin.
Yeah, there we go.
Basically, wet. You just
He is
splash
watery, right?
everywhere.
He is
But actually, I believe Vaporeon is also electricity and water. So kind of like a double.
you up,
It really fucks you up. But I
you.
could just be totally fucking up my Pokemon. Knowledge right now, but I'm pretty sure that I actually have Vaporeon slippers at the crib. I shit you not, bro. I put it on Instagram, everything, bro. They're like, bro, are you really rocking the Vaporeon 6s? Like, yes, I got the Vaporeon 6s, bro. Drip, big
Serious
drip
drip.
like Godzilla, bro. Let's
Serious. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Avril Lavigne, is she dead or alive?
get it. Woo! My girlfriend really believes she's fucking dead.
You know about it too then?
Yes, bro.
Okay.
Is she? I mean,
So what do you
I
think?
fuck with
Your
Avril
girlfriend
Lavigne.
believes she's dead?
My girlfriend really believes she's been replaced.
The lady friend. Dude, it's,
Yeah.
I started
believes-
convincing myself.
Bro, do you think she's been replaced?
Yeah.
What
okay.
did she have? What did she have? A skin? What
No.
was the disease? What
Okay.
is going on?
The story-
Crohn's?
The alleged story is that in 2003, I don't know. I'm getting
Wow.
it. 2003.
2003?
Maybe not. I don't know. She
2006
committed suicide
probably.
because her grandpa. Is your ringtone going off? Right?
Yeah, I got the basics.
That's good.
You know?
I wish it was your own song. That would have been tight.
I did have one that was my own song, but it's very
Damn.
controversial. It was just like, I got Asian hoes. Hey, I got Asian bitches. Yeah. And then it was some people were just like, my dad was like, I was like, I'm sorry. I got to
need to
chill.
cool
I
that
know
shit.
I'm doing too much. But yeah, so anyway, she
committed suicide. The story. Okay, well, before she passed away, allegedly, her record label found a doppelganger for her because she to be at press events. She hated dealing with the paparazzi or the normal, so they found someone who literally looked like her. That is supposed to be confirmed. That's supposed to be real. So she would go in the back door, and this girl would go out and stand and take pictures. Whatever.
Okay.
So the story is that then she allegedly committed suicide after her grandfather passed away because she was really close with her grandfather. The next record to come out is called Under My Skin. There's a couple songs on there that the lyrics, if they were written from someone else pretending to be Avril, it would make sense.
Okay.
Her eyes, there's pictures of her from back then to now.
I saw
her
the
eyes
pictures.
are slanted differently.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
Yeah, she's got moles in different spots. Obviously, her music's very different. Handwriting is different. There's a bunch of things. So
I didn't even know.
we're trying to meet with artists to figure out Avril Lavigne is she dead
Okay,
or
well,
alive?
you know what? I am actually a very, I don't believe a whole bunch of conspiracy theories, but I definitely am always intrigued by conspiracy theories. Love them. I do think they're dangerous though, but like, when it comes to ideas, but Avril Lavigne, like, I'm trying to think of like, would it even be that serious? And then you think about it and you're like, yeah, I guess, because the money that would be
money,
bringing
man.
in to
She
these
was
people,
huge. She still is.
and people would want an explanation. They'd be hella sad, but I don't know to say that she seemed like, she seemed like somebody who would probably really be damaged by by somebody close to them dying.
Someone emotional.
And I just
Complicated.
don't know, man, because I never followed Avril Lavigne like that. But my girlfriend loves Avril Lavigne.
Okay.
And she swears that it's a new one.
Well, if
so
your girlfriend does it,
I'm
then-
gonna go tonight on YouTube and I'm
And
gonna
check it
go
out?
look this shit up, bro,
Dude.
because I'm
He's deep,
I might just get down to the bottom of it tonight,
get
bro. I'm
into
gonna be
it.
like, listen, you see me, I visit you guys next time. I got a whole board with like red string.
The red
You
string.
understand?
The red string.
Number
See the
23,
connections?
Jim Carrey shit going on. Start seeing Avril Lavigne everywhere.
Exactly. Well, shit, that feels like the best.
Skater
That
boy.
feels like the best spot to end the interview.
amazing.
Man. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
This
you
was
so much,
hilarious
bro.
and
Thank you very
fantastic.
much, bro.
And good luck this summer with Yoshi's Island and all that stuff.
Bro, y'all stay tuned
Yeah.
because it's really gonna. And like I said, have cold ones ready
I
to
like
crack
it. I
open
like it.
with the
Cold
boys.
ready. All right. Thanks, man.
No problem, bro.
That was
That was
my dolphin
horrible.
noise. That was pretty good.
Wow, that was horrible.
Come on. We were gonna do an episode with Space Dolphin, and I wasn't gonna do a dolphin noise.
Yeah, I
that was
don't know.
really bad.
It was pretty bad.
Gosh, we'll cut that.
Nope.
That was Space Dolphin. Again, big shout outs to Splashy for sitting down with us. Now I'm like remembering that interview. I'm gonna have to listen to it again, but I remember him like referring to himself in the third person for a while. And it was the greatest.
It's the best.
Referring to himself as that. So yeah, big shout out to him for sitting down with us. That was awesome. Next week we'll be back with again probably the best interview that we've ever done.
Guys, this one, I'm sorry,
Here we go.
it might
Here
not
goes.
be very good.
It's going to be
The intro is
great.
gonna be
It's not. You're right.
amazing.
It's not going to be good. It's going to be great.
The artist was amazing. Our interview fell short a little bit. I think we didn't prepare. I don't think we were there, you know?
Oh, we were there. So this one, we interviewed a singer, producer, multi-talented musician named Evan Gia. Yes, great name already. I know you guys think so. And I actually put the team on my back. Alan decided the podcast life. He's too good for it sometimes, but I'm always down to pod. So
Sometimes, you got to go on a little business trip.
yeah, quote unquote business trip. So
I was,
this is
visiting people, seeing things, talking to some network, getting those sponsors,
Yeah, sure. We're still not making any money. But yeah, next episode will feature Evan Gia. She's on Odessa's label Foreign Family Collective, which was just a great conversation in general about everything from that process to her starting music, and we got weird. It was great. So we'll be back for episode 16 featuring Evan.
Yeah.
Until then, remember what you got to do.
But tell all your friends to
Everybody.
subscribe.
Tell all your friends and tell all my friends about all my friends. Ooh, t-shirt idea. That's good.
We have a lot of t-shirt ideas. Once we stop losing money,